Race number 5, it's Perth race number 9 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 1200 metres. And again, a bit of excitement in this race. We've got the impressive trialer in Vega Magic, a horse that you really liked first up in Lucky Legacy, and one that I'm really expecting to improve with Equity Rules with the lightweight.
Yeah, this is a cracking race. I found this the hardest of the day because I was pricing some horses that just should be near on favourite and they were almost double figures. So it's going to be a very hard race to assess. But the performance of the 5 Lucky Legacy was super last start.
Certainly going to enjoy the conditions here, isn't it, as well, being able to run on, and you'll see from this victory exactly how she likes to race.
Has had a tough run. Now Jing Tang letting go quickly, coming to the middle of the track, and Lucky Legacy also coming with it at the 200. Jing Tang on the outside with Lucky Legacy. Sweep up together with 120 to go. Lucky Legacy got its head in front. Jing Tang fighting, but Lucky Legacy on the outside clear and will just get the money. Lucky Legacy narrowly from Jing Tang.
Yeah, a super performance. That's what we've been expecting from Lucky Legacy. It really produced it. But there's just one run on paper that doesn't look great, does it? It was beaten by Equity Rules comfortably and has to give it 4.5 kilograms, so you have to give advantage to the 4.
Well, let's analyse that horse now, because that first win at Bunbury was a very good performance. They then went to the Group 3 WA size. William Pike kept the ride, so clearly they had an opinion of this galloper, but hasn't quite returned the way they like. Draws a gate, gets 53.5 kilos. If this horse is going to show anything, it has to be here.
Yeah, it does. I'm a little bit worried that this horse was nominated with 56.5 and they still went with a 3 kilogram claim. But they're not afraid of claiming that stable, so I'm not too sure what to think there. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but its best form would go very close to winning this.
What about number 3, Vega Magic, the trial specialist? Won the recent one by 4.8. It's won wide by almost 14 lengths and has run behind Chansky as well.
Yeah, this horse, when it trials the way it does, it is so impressive. It looks like a genuine superstar. Its 2 race performances have been okay. Well, they've been very good, but just below expectation. Given the quotes, the second start it started odds on and really disappointed. But I think this horse goes to its best. It'll be very hard to beat.
2 kilo claim's certainly going to help as well with just the 55 kilos now for Vega Magic. Let's take a look at the selections, and that's the way that I'm tipping. Number 3, Vega Magic. From number 5, Lucky Legacy. Number 4, Equity Rules. And number 8, Dane Rips Girl.
Number 3, Vega Magic. From the 4, Equity Rules. The number 10, Theorise. And the 5, Lucky Legacy.
Race number 6 is Perth race number 11. It's over the 1800 metres. And Ian, there's a bit of speed in this race. There's a couple of quality swoopers as well, but some of that speed we'd expect to be coming from number 5, Drooper, a horse that you were very keen on last time it went round.
Yeah, it was a strange run, wasn't it? They had a really good position in running, lost it, dropped further and further back in transit, and then came from an off-speed position to win the race. It was a super run. This horse has a lot of upside, and you'd think they'd probably be a bit more forward and try and lead this race.
And Ryan Hill gets the ride back. We'll take a look at that victory last start.
Outside to go to the lead at the top of the straight. Prentice turn for home at the 300. Pike winds up. Lady by Chance Boutique. Drooper starts to run on. Further back, Baramba's bid. 150 to go. Prentice the leader, tackled by Drooper. Drooper out near the middle of the track. Grabbed the lead from Prentice. Lady by Chance, Baramba's bid running on. But it's Drooper too good. And Drooper in the Linwood Park colours. Won it from Baramba's.
Super performance. It was a really good run, as I mentioned. Just did change positions 3 times in the run and still got the job done. Drawn well, and as you mentioned, Ryan Hill back on board.
Number 1, Bravo Romeo, just didn't want to go between the runners last start. Jake Casey takes the ride again with the 57.5 kilos. Drawn nicely, in condition, should suit.
Yeah, form this campaign has been good. It's been luckless when it's been well beaten. Last start just wasn't its race, ran on with others. Drawn well though.
Like the form with Moon Search as well in this race.
Yeah, well, Moon Search hit the line so well last start. Had the one Bravo measures, Romeo's measure. It was a really good effort, and I think back in the field will be suited by those conditions.
Now, number 3, Night Prowler. It's just an honest type. It doesn't have the turn of foot of a Moon Search or a Bravo Romeo, but it's got William Pike.
Yeah, it does. Look, it's drawn a bit awkwardly. The form through Illuminator looks good, but, you know, my feelings, Illuminator, in my opinion, is not that flash. But look, its recent form is solid. It's just so unpredictable and just doesn't win often, does it?
No, it certainly doesn't, and we'll be interested to see if you tip it. I'm going to be tipping number 10 here, Meg's Currency for Ashley Marley on top. From number 2, Moon Search, number 3, Night Prowler, and number 1, Bravo Romeo.
On the 2, Moon Search, from 3, Night Prowler, number 5, Drooper, and the 1, Bravo Romeo.
Race number 7, it's Perth. Race number 13 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 1400 metres. And Ian, a really interesting race here because the horses I prefer are all out wide. We know that the emergencies are in the inside gate, so a lot of these runners could come in 3 or 4 gates. But It's certainly just made the form that little bit harder to analyse where they're going to be positioned in running.
Yeah, it is. And when the rail's out at 16, it's very hard to get yourself into a good position from a wider draw. Now, there will only be 12 in the race, so it's not too bad, but it just doesn't look great on paper, does it?
Certainly doesn't. A horse that returned to some of the form that we've been talking about on Box Seat before was number 4, Excellently. It only lost by a length to Tales of Summer. Of course, we saw that galloper run on the weekend as well. Let's take a look at that performance now.
Followed then by Abbeybell Lane. Jazz Para pushed to pass, heads the remainder. Excellently headed off Zoe Tomtaya. Tales of Summer though join them quickly. It's Tales of Summer and Excellently. Zoe Tomtaya fighting resolutely with 100 left to go. Tales of Summer the leader. Just on the inside, Vital Edition is coming hard with Zoe Tomtaya fighting back. They went to the line, little in it between Vital Edition.
It's drawn a bit awkwardly, carrying weight, but I think it can get across excellently if it controls the race like it was in a pretty good position last start. It maintains those form lines. It's going to be very hard to get past.
Number 6, Crown Choice. I've almost just had enough. I just put it in my 4, but this horse continues to be in good spots, continues to have an opportunity to win, but just doesn't get the job done.
I'm not sure what to do with it. It was shocking last start, just really disappointing. And look, the previous starts were more impressive. It was just up against better horses. We go back a few runs, it was just beaten 3 lengths by My Sister Lil. So, look, not sure what to do with this gallop. I don't want to write it off, but it's certainly losing a bit of, you're losing confidence, aren't you?
Number 12, Queen of Teas here for Darren McAuliffe. Randy Tan to ride as well, so just at 53 kilos. Also drawn awkwardly, but this horse doesn't normally have too many runs in a prep. Runs well fresh, and we also saw that recent trial behind Delicacy was pretty impressive.
Yeah, and it's really well weighted with Randy Tan taking that claim. So if they get across, maybe alongside Excellently, on speed, this horse will be hard to run down with the weight if it's fully fit.
Let's take a look at the selections. I'm going to go with some each-way value. Number 5, Step Right Up from number 12, Queen of Teas. Number 4, In Excellently. And number 6, Crown Choice.
The 12, Queen of Teas from 4, Excellently. The 2, Immune to Judgment. And number 10, She Can Shazam.
Race number 8, it's Perth. Race number 15 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 1,200 metres. And Ian, we have a horse that was an impressive winner at Bunbury last start in On Trend, and then also one they were expecting to be pretty hard to beat in, I'd say, Total Eclipse.
Yeah, look, I'm really excited to see how the 6 On Trend goes. Form alongside the 9, Discord Witch through equivalent horses. And the 12, Total Eclipse, well, it's Grant Williams, Bob Peters, William Park. What else do you expect? But On Trend, I think we're all excited to see what it does second up.
It certainly was a very good win, as you mentioned last night, able to win by 1.5 lengths, carried the 58 kilos as well. We'll take a look at that win now.
Spin into the straight now at the 350. Burnlert Song reaches the lead. Went to the front from Copper Scully. Down the outside On Trend. Smith draws the whip on Cracker Vision, who's knuckling to the task and coming. On Trend is the leader though with 100 left to go. On Trend in front. Cracker Vision taking a day to get there. On Trend responding, and the big fellow, the debutant, too good. On Trend, much too good for Cracker Vision.
Looks a ready to go racehorse, doesn't it? Just was so professional on debut, which is always a very encouraging sign. Beat Cracker Vision by 1.5 lengths, which was the favourite, and there was another 4.5 lengths back to third. So, look, the time was okay in the day, no knock there, but it has drawn well back, carrying the 59 kilograms.
Number 1, Danish Delight, has to carry the 60 kilos here, this mare. She's a bit of a bridesmaid, but what I will say is Nick Cox gallopers are improving quite at a rapid rate as well.
Month to month they're getting better, aren't they? They return a lot stronger as well. I'm not really put off by the 60 kilograms. I think this horse will be back in the field and can really get into this race. Has a very nice turn of foot. But it just never looks good, 60 kilograms, does it?
No, it certainly doesn't, especially for the mare. In recent weeks, you can normally remember 2 or 3 horses that really stand out in the mounting enclosure, and one of them is number 4, Handyman. It's been one that I know has grabbed your attention in recent weeks. You and I were both blown away last time at race, and it ran like that as well, only going down to Liberty Rise by less than a length.
Yeah, it looked terrific in the yard, but as soon as they went to get it onto the course, it just went berserk. So maybe if it hadn't have done that, it might have had enough energy left to finish that race off strongly. So we'll be able to assess it from the yard and hopefully give the punters a bit of a lead as to how it settles.
And tell us about number 12, Total Eclipse. Hard to analyse this gallop. It was a really good run behind Bombs Away. Was then able to beat Kentucky Lass, which has been there and abouts, but not winning either. And then last start beaten 3.5 by Blackwood.
Yeah, that form, Blackwood looks pretty solid. You know, Blackwood belts her opposition when she's in form. So, look, I think the form's good enough to win this. I don't think it should be overly short, but yeah, I'm happy to go with it on top.
Well, let's take a look at selections in, and I'm going to be tipping that way as well. Number 12, Total Eclipse. From number 8, Blue Class here at each way odds. Number 4, Handyman. And number 10, Hopetown.
I'm the 12, Total Eclipse. From 6, On Trend. The 10, Hopetown. And number 1, Danish Delight.
Time now to take a look at the best bets of the card, and I'm going to be tipping race 2, number 5, Quite Regal again, and race 8, number 12, Total Eclipse.
I'm with you with one of those, but firstly, race 5, number 3, Vega Magic, and race 8, number 12, Total Eclipse.
Ian, as you've heard in a lot of the racing names, make sure you do follow us on social media, especially this time of the year. Kingston Town is still coming up, Perth Cup as well, so there's some great events to have a look at the website and also read about via social media. And of course, we'll be trying to find some winners on course, so make sure you follow on Twitter for the late mail, and then again, box seat later on in the week.
Yeah, absolutely. Join us. It'll be a good week.
Hopefully some more winners for you. We will be back again, as we said, later on for the Saturday edition.
Quick,